Hey guys. So in writing, we have been working on a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But you know what? We have a kind of a weird week this week. What happens is we do distance learning on Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, no school at all. No Zoom, no going into school, nothing. It's a day off for you while I work on your report cards. And then on Thursday, we come back into school. Okay, that's the day, March 11th, where we're allowed to come back. So our writing needs to be different this week because our week is mixed up like that, okay? So what I'm going to have you do is just practice writing a yesterday story, the kind of story you write during small group reading time when you're not at the table with me. So let's take a look. I just drew it on a very big piece of paper for you today, so you'll be able to see it really well. And you know what? When you do yours today, you're going to use your kids in school journal because you were supposed to keep that. And I actually had sent two of them home with you back when we were doing distance learning before. So you should still have it. Okay. If for some reason you don't have it, you can have a grown up take a normal piece of paper, like from a notebook, and draw a big box at the top for you. And that's where you'll put your picture. And then you can use the lines to write in. Okay. So I hope that you still have those though, because I gave you two of them, right? Okay, so I said we were going to do a yesterday story. So let's look at how mine would look. I'm going to come right here to the beginning and make sure that I have a capital to start out. And there's my Y for yesterday. You guys have been writing that word for a long time. I think you probably are getting used to it. Chunky Monkey tells us there's yes. We can sound out ter. And Chunky Monkey tells us there's day. Yesterday. Now you got to do some thinking. What did you do? It was so nice out. Oh my gosh. Yesterday, I took. You know what? You guys know the word look, and you have your mini word wall, and you can check for the word look. And if we take away the L and change it into a T, we get took. So I'm going to do that. Yesterday, I took Willie. His name has to start with a capital. Remember anybody's name, a dog, a cat, a person, the name of a store, the name of a school. The names always start with the capital. Yesterday, I took Willie on a, and it was a long walk because it was so nice out. Long. You know, that one's a little bit hard to hear. I'm going to check in my green dictionary for long. I'm going to go to letter L. Oh, got lucky. Long. So I could find it in there. Long. And I'm going slow, like I am 100 years old. And now the word walk. I'm going to check my mini word wall first. He was, went, will, where, with, now, no. Oh, I think this time I'm going to check my Blue Journal Helper because this has family words, but it has people and places. And you remember that part where it has how our bodies move. So if I look at the pictures, stands, dances, flies, swings, hides, jumps, swims, runs. I can tell what he's doing. Sings. There it is. Walks. If I take the S off, then I have walk. W-A-L-K. W-A-L-K. A L K. And you know what? I told you to keep these at your house too. You know, just in case we had to have distance learning again. And look what it happened. Okay. I'm going to check my sentence. Yesterday, I took Willie on uh-oh, what did I do? I started to write L-O and then I started over again. Oh my gosh. If I was you, you have an eraser, right? I'm just going to cross it off. I don't have an eraser. No, not when I'm showing you with my marker. If I used a pencil, you wouldn't be able to see this. So my oopsie, it happens. On a long walk. And at the end of that, I need a period, okay? Now, you have a pencil, you set it down. I'm gonna set this down. There's sentence number one. We do one sentence, green, red, okay? So I've got them right here. Do I have a capital? Yes, that's what I'm looking for with the green. Do I have a period? Yes, that's what I'm checking for to see if I remembered. Okay, then we do green and red. Okay, you don't write all three sentences that you're going to do today and then do green and red. Nope. Write your sentence, green and red. Write sentence number 2, green and red. Write sentence number 3, green and red. So now I'm ready to do the second one. Yesterday I took Willie on a long walk. My daughter was here, so she came too. I'm going to say Elizabeth. She has a long name. A lot of times when you're wanting to write someone's name, it's good to ask a grown-up, how do I spell, if let's say it's a friend of yours and you're not sure how to spell their name. Elizabeth came. Came is on our word wall. Came is one of our star words. So it's on the mini word wall. Elizabeth came with, right there on the mini word wall, with. I'm noticing that. Out came my tongue. Elizabeth came with us. I'm going to check that one to see if sentence number 2 makes sense. Elizabeth came with us. And if I understand it, and I think other people will understand it, I know it makes sense. If it didn't, I'd have to fix it. I'm putting that one down. And then I grab green and red. And I go right here after the period from sentence number 1. Sentence number 2 must start with a capital letter. If I circle it with green and I notice that I forgot, then I fix it. Red for the period to make sure I didn't forget that. Elizabeth came with us. And then it was so nice outside. It felt like spring. I'm going to say it felt like spring. It was just wonderful to be out there. So I know I'm going to start sentence number 3 and I must start with a capital. It felt. You notice your teeth on top of your lip for the F sound. That's your old one from kindergarten, and that one should be easy by now. L. I'm going slow. 100-year-old Mrs. Addison felt. It felt like spring. You know what? That S needs to be capital because it's the name of a season. Remember? Name of a person, name of an animal, name of a restaurant, name of a school, even the name of a season. Capital. Sp. Slow. Spra. R. Spra. Now listen carefully. You know these 3 letters. Spra. Ing. You remember it? I. N. G. It felt like spring. There's sentence number 3. I put it down. You got it. Pick these guys up. The period is the end of sentence number 2. There's the red. The next is green. And it must be a capital. Let's say I circled it and it wasn't. Then I'm going to grab my eraser and I'm going to fix it. And red. All right. And then I'm going to work on my picture up here. So we went out, and by our house, there's a walking path. And the walking path starts to go up a hill on part of it. And along the walking path, there are a lot of trees. But right now, the trees, they don't have leaves on them yet. Spring is coming, but the trees are still looking like that. So we were out walking. Elizabeth has the same color hair as me. Same, wow, it's even just as long. Got some brown and some yellow in there. She has brown eyes though. I have blue eyes. You guys know that because you see me all the time. We're out smiling, we're happy because it was so nice. And then I would be sure to put Willie in the picture too. So Willie has to be on his leash. So he's down here walking first. And whenever we're out walking with him, he's always looking for squirrels. Short little tail. And his collar, he has what's called a harness. So it goes around his body like that. And then it's connected to his leash. And so I hold on to his leash by the handle over there. And as we're walking, he's looking for squirrels. And it was a nice sunny day. When we were out. All right. So today you are working on your story. You must start with the word yesterday. Make sure you have your helpers right with you as you're writing. And I hope that you kept your journals and your green folder even, so that all those things stay together. You never know when this is going to happen to us, where we have to end up going home again. But we just have to do it, right? And when you're all done, I want you to take a picture of your story for me and send it to me on Seesaw. All right.